Good morning, Big Brother fans. It is Tuesday, August 2nd. I believe it's day 28 in the Big Brother house. Day 28. We still have like 50 days to go, at least. That's a long time. Wow. And what's happening? Well, I didn't get on and do a CarCast yesterday afternoon. I did do a Twitch stream. I thought about it. I thought about doing a very quick CarCast because last I talked to you yesterday morning, at the time, Kyle and Daniel, I think, were talking. And Daniel was suspicious about the fact that he thinks Monty wanted to change things up and wanted Daniel to not use the power veto, which is exactly what was going on. The leftovers had decided don't use the power veto, not to have them use the power veto, so that they could go after Alyssa, which I think Kyle was even less crazy about than some of us thought. And Kyle was not a part of most of the discussion when that was decided the night before. But in any case, Daniel was very suspicious of Monty's motivations, and Monty ended up talking with Kyle, or Daniel. Daniel and Nicole both talked with Monty, and they did not buy what Monty was selling, and Monty did not do a good job of selling it. Stumbled over a couple of things, claimed he had a discussion with Jasmine that made him think that Jasmine was going to vote out Nicole. And things did not sync up for Monty in the way that Daniel explained it, in the way that Monty explained it. And so when Daniel and Nicole left, they both rolled their eyes and said, "Yeah, we're not buying this. I think we've got to use it." And I know that sounds weird, but the whole point is that Daniel is convinced that he has the votes to get Taylor out this week. He's convinced. He thinks that there's just no way that they can't get Taylor out. Now, I shouldn't say no way. They're a little bit worried about Nicole possibly going, but not nearly as worried as they should be, because Nicole's going to go. And so the last thing we heard was, before the power veto meeting, was Daniel going up to Kyle. I think it was to Kyle. Or no, it was Kyle going up to Monty going, "Yeah, he's going to use it." And Daniel had told Kyle, "Yeah, 1,000% I'm going to use it." Now, I don't know. I've heard that either Daniel or Kyle could have used the power of veto that they wanted as a team. We'll find out tomorrow night, finally. But some are saying that either of them could have chosen to use it without the other's consent. But it sure felt like Kyle was not doing much as far as deciding, because I guess, well, Daniel did use it in the end. So I guess that was the... But I don't see how you can say you're deciding to use it. What about the person who says, "I don't want to use it"? How come the option is only on, not on or off, if that makes sense? So it still felt like Daniel was in control, but I guess we'll know on Wednesday. So feeds cut right after Kyle was telling Monty that he thought that Daniel was going to use it, and they were down for just over an hour. And when they came back, sure enough, Taylor and Nicole were nominated. Nicole's laughing about it with Daniel in the back bedroom, like, "Yeah, we're going to show them," kind of a thing. And it's just like, all right, well, here we go. Let's see how this falls out. And that was that. I mean, let's cut to the chase here. I'm not going to make it a super long one this morning, because that was the major thing, was that the fact that the power veto did get used, And so now the odds are very high, extremely high, that Nicole is leaving. And so there's all kinds of... Nicole's been so confident, and and everything she says, and we all know that you're leaving. You know, how she's good at, judging people and this and that. And just everything she says, you just kind of roll your eyes like, you don't realize that you're leaving. You just don't. You're just saying it so confidently because you think you're safe, and you are not safe. So that was the biggest gameplay news. Well, not necessarily, I guess. The other news that I have to relay from last night could be gameplay news, because it could affect an alliance, because we had Kyle and Alyssa finally kiss, and several times. I mean, I don't know if they're walking around the house holding hands yet, but they might as well be. Kyle is all in on this little thing at this point now. He just kind of gave in. He fought it for a while, but he gave in, and that's why I kind of really wonder how upset he was that Daniel was going to use the power veto yesterday when he was announcing it. I don't think Kyle didn't give much of a fight to Daniel. His argument was, I didn't know how much I could fight him, but it's like, yeah, but you really didn't want to fight him either. So, yeah, they kissed. I shared the video. I think that was my last tweet of the night. So it's out there. It's been shared by other people too. I didn't see it happen live. I actually saw it happen. I saw that it happened about 10 minutes after it happened, then ran back and scrolled back on the feeds to capture the moment for posterity on video, to share with everybody, so you can see that awkward first kiss where they kind of like were joking and talking, and all of a sudden they were kissing with Daniel laying on the bed next to them asleep. Joseph may have been in the room too asleep. I wasn't sure. I didn't bother to want to go back and try to figure it out, because it starts out with Kyle kind of calling out to Joseph, and then Alyssa said something, but it was all whispery and I couldn't hear it, and I just frankly didn't have the patience to try to figure it all out. I was like, all right, well, they did it. Here, let's share that video. So that's going to, in my opinion, affect Kyle now on how he works with his alliance, which Alyssa isn't a part of, and what they want to do. But the next step is to get out Daniel. That is the next person on their target list. So I don't know why Kyle would not... Well, Kyle can't be head of household, I guess, now that I just said that. Because if Kyle's head of household, then Daniel can't get nominated. So it behooves Daniel not to be head of household, unless he wants to fight for it to save Alyssa. But yeah, if he got head of household, then the house would want to target Alyssa and Indy, or Jasmine, who would be with Turner. So the natural noms, if Kyle won head of household again, would be Alyssa and Indy. So I think that Kyle's going to take a pass on this head of household this coming Thursday. All right, so anything else? They spent a lot of time in the backyard yesterday. I don't know. They'll probably get the backyard closed off this morning, if it isn't already closed off. And yeah, that's the news of what's going on. I just don't. It's like I'm kind of, yeah. Yeah, weird, awkward pauses while my brain goes over what I want to talk about next. I don't have much else to contribute right now. I don't feel like going over a cast list of everybody and what's going on. We've got a whole nother... today's Tuesday. We've got all of Wednesday and Thursday morning to talk about stuff. So let's hold some of those other thoughts back for another day, and let you guys go. Again, check my Twitter if you want to see the kiss. It's out there. Yeah, just know that they're, I'm sorry, at a stoplight. This is how my morning is starting out. This is a good thing. I don't anticipate anything happening today. There's a lot of Nicole walking around talking about, like last night she said, this is the last meal I'm cooking, America kind of a thing. It's like, okay, whatever. There's lots of funny moments to share like that, ironic moments where, yeah, you shouldn't be saying that because those words are going to come back to haunt you. I think it was it Alyssa comparing herself to Fout? Was it Fout? Fessy and Haley. I went looking for the video clip of yesterday of Fessy saying, we're bad at this game or whatever he said, because it is Daniel and Nicole are not Fessy and Haley. But in some ways, it reminds me of them being so confident, thinking they knew what was going on when they really had no clue. And so I thought about getting that, and I actually found the clip, and it turned out that it was whispering. Fessy was putting on like a face mask in the bathroom. There was a time where they were also in the back bedroom, and Fessy did a lot of camera talking. They both would look up at the camera and be like, yeah, we're not very good at this, or we stink at this. But I couldn't find that video, so that's disappointing that I don't think it's out there. Yeah, that's the problem with not being able to flash back to older seasons. But hey, it's better than it used to be. All right, that's it. Now I'm wrapping it up. You guys have a good Tuesday. Shout out, as always, to my patrons. Thank you for supporting me. And everybody else, that second wave of patrons are now in the lock. I think all the things have gone out. So thank you. Anybody else who would be interested in being a patron, you can be a patron for an entire month, basically, because you don't get charged until the end of the month. So you can sign up and be a patron until August, and that's when you'll be charged at the end of the month. If you would like to be, you can go to patreon.com/BBGOSSIP, and I will give you a shout out. And no, I will not wait until September to give you the shout out. I will hope that you decide not to change your patronage after I give you a shout out. But that's what's up, guys. We'll talk to you on Wednesday, unless something really wacky happens, and I am fairly certain that we aren't going to have anything wacky happen. It'll just be Nicole going home on Thursday. All right, take care. Bye-bye.